Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us with some updates for our plans at Portage Central and Northern High Schools for a return to face-to-face instruction when it's appropriate to do so in the second semester. My name is Eric Albertus, and I serve as a principal at Portage Central High School.
And I'm Jim French, principal at Portage Northern High School. Like everyone, we've struggled to find ways to manage the ever-changing world we're all experiencing at this time. The pandemic has altered so many plans, and with the most recent second wave of COVID-19 infections, it again is impacting us in new ways that make it tough to make decisions for educating kids 6 to 8 weeks into the future.
What we do know is that within our community, we have families experiencing a variety of thoughts and emotions about what schools should be in the future. There are many that want to be back in the face-to-face environment, and while others are really uncertain about the current pandemic and are reluctant to return face-to-face anytime soon. And we understand all of that.
Meanwhile, these past 3 months, we have become much more adept at delivering content virtually, and that is a testament to the fantastic educators that we have here at Portage. But we must start to provide a path to return to face-to-face learning, and yet still provide choice on the part of families to allow them the ability to feel safe and confident while still achieving in the classroom.
The past 2 weeks, we have been hearing from our families about their thoughtful concerns over the proposed plan for a split master schedule, a virtual schedule and a face-to-face schedule. And we are really grateful for that feedback. Here are some of the things we have heard. Changing a high school master schedule is huge. Doing that would change almost every student's classes for the second semester. In a time of great uncertainty, we would have been adding even more uncertainty, and thus more anxiety. Our students and teachers have developed healthy relationships over the course of this intense school year. Changing the master schedule would impact those relationships.
The timing of this discussion. Many folks asked, why are we having this discussion now during a shutdown? When we unpack those concerns, we know it is difficult to discuss this concept in a shutdown, but it is necessary to plan and prepare. We heard concerns about the current uncertainty in our world, and why would we change when we may be virtual-only instruction at the start of the second semester? Many feel that the second wave may last longer than expected and delay any implementation of a face-to-face mode of instruction.
While we were initially focused on the instructional advantages for students for building separate virtual and face-to-face schedules, we started to worry that building these two separate master schedules would have created walls and thus inflexibility. And in this quickly changing world, we all saw the value of more flexibility to handle situations, like when students are placed in self-quarantines or self-isolations.
Many folks also asked for more flexibility to allow for the possibility of moving from virtual to face-to-face instruction when they as a family may feel it is safe in their eyes. As these concerns became clear, we have worked diligently to identify possible solutions and to weigh them against potential consequences, both intended or unintended. That has led us to the following modifications to our plan at the high school level.
We will be maintaining the current master schedule for the second semester with a few small tweaks. We're shifting our mode of instruction to something that folks call a high flex. Students will be taught face-to-face at the same time as our virtual students. As we looked at our previous plan, there were going to be about 33% of our courses taught already in this high flex approach. And that percentage likely would continue to rise for a number of reasons. 2, by moving to this approach on the front end, we will have a great deal more flexibility for families to shift between virtual and face-to-face at designated times in the second semester.
Here are the advantages to keeping our existing master schedule.
This approach keeps our kids with their same teachers in their same courses. We keep teachers teaching the courses where they're currently teaching, where they have experience, and where they are prepared. It allows families to fluidly move between face-to-face and virtual as needed for quarantine or other health reasons. This provides families the most flexibility possible to deal with the realities of this pandemic. And it allows for additional flexibility for families who initially select one mode, but who may want to change as we approach the fourth marking period. This approach allows our central office, when necessary, to move schools from all virtual to face and back again, to respond thoughtfully to the changing severity of the pandemic with minimal disruption.
The HighFlex keeps course loads balanced between in-person and virtual teachers, thus avoiding the very large class size in the virtual classes from the previous plan. Also, it keeps folks from having to teach in all three modalities, HighFlex, virtual, and face-to-face, which will have been most likely given the situation for most of our teachers. This approach maintains relationships and routines built between teachers and students already in place. For our seniors, this allows for the possibility of maintaining senior schedules, which have already been recorded on college applications. And also for our seniors, this provides the insurance of maintaining core courses for NCAA Division I athletes.
We do hope and believe that this shift addresses many of the concerns expressed by our parents, students, and staff. To be clear, though, this approach also has its strains and its imperfections. For example, this approach puts even more pressure on our teachers, who continue to work incredibly hard to provide for the needs of our students, those who are online and those who are in person. But there is no doubt we can do this, like we always do this, together. Your thoughtful feedback and concerns have helped us, and we will continue to rely on your thoughts and ideas in the weeks and months ahead.
We know that no plan is perfect, and in this intense time, it's hard to predict the future. This shift allows us to be flexible and adaptable to the external factors that are impacting our educational system. Along this challenging journey, we have tried to listen, to learn, and to employ strategies to meet the needs of our students and community. We feel that this alteration to our plan does exactly that and answers many of the uncertainties we are experiencing.
We also know that this adaptation will challenge other systems and potentially create new problems. And we will address those also together so that we can overcome these challenges and provide the level of education that we, as dads and moms, grandmas and grandpas, all expect in the Portage Public Schools.
Thank you for your time and engagement in your students' education. Together, we can make a difference in the lives of our students.
Go Huskies!
Go Mustangs! And thank you all